today. From Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. New England Patriots versus Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Denver Broncos. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their -3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out now come the Patriots as they are led out by their quarterback, a former MVP of the National Football League back in 2015, Cam Newton.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the second.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Here comes the Bronco offense with Drew Lock from Missouri in charge.
What a roller coaster for Drew Lock from the NFL draft until the end of his rookie season, because on draft night he thought he might go in the 1st round. Ended up going in the 2nd. And then didn't get to start with the Broncos until near the end of his rookie year. But the Broncos did go 4-1 in those games, and he played very well, working on his agility and his pocket presence in the offseason. And I love how the Broncos upgraded around him in order to give him more weapons.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And he's got it, 7-0 Broncos. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The stop made by
White's numbers from a week ago. 15 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. James White, the man he was looking for out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. A lot of storylines to a New England-Denver matchup. So many great games in the past. And worth noting, too, that Cam, of course, has his history with the Broncos as well. He was on the losing end of Super Bowl 50 when his Panthers lost to the Broncos 24-10. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Newton.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
3rd and long, it's Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Newton's pass intended for Devin Asiasi.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Returning it, here's Hamler. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Patriots.
A fumble on the play. Recovered by the Patriots.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Lock. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but now it'll be third down.
But so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun snap to Lock. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Patriots take over. The Patriots ready to get the football back. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Brings up 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
37
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Now a first down throw for Newton. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Newton. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos 7, Patriots nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing again is Newton. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Patriots.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Chubb on the tackle.
Tackle by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down now, it's White. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
New England on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, the plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. James White, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
Philip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Broncos.
I know a lot of Denver fans are really excited about the possibilities for Courtland Sutton now that Drew Lock is entrenched as their starting quarterback. Remember, last season, the last 5 games with Lock as the guy in charge, the team went 4-1. I think they'll only get better and better. As for the season, Courtland Sutton had 1,112 yards and 6 touchdowns with 3 different quarterbacks. Just put the ball in his vicinity, and he'll make a play.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. On the counter, Lindsay. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots' 44. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Every year we spend a lot of time and money evaluating the top prospects for the NFL draft. How about when we all get fortunate and see a guy like Philip Lindsay, an undrafted free agent who had 1,000 yards rushing his first 2 years in the NFL. Can run between the tackles, run with power, and catch the ball out of the backfield.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
1st down, Denver.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the Broncos' big-ticket acquisition, it's Melvin Gordon. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
Locke going to try and throw on third down. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
8-yard pickup.
The second-year man Locke to the rookie Judy for a Bronco first. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
2nd and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They look to throw. It's Locke. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler. He was the intended target. Third down here.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is third down and 8. Locke working out of the gun. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's fourth down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
Makes the score Broncos 10, Patriots 7.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Damiere Byrd returning it. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Damiere Byrd on the return. The Patriots take over 1st and 10.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the gun, Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
By the Broncos.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with Lindsey. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Locke. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos.
To number 14,
Cortland Sutton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos push further out in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
McManus's point after is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Bird now ready to return it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Return. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Rams. Steven Sims, a touchdown reception. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And that one all even as they play the visiting Carolina Panthers. In the game you're watching, it's been Drew Lock with a strong first half. His guys lead it by 10 as we send it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. KJ Hamler returning it. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Gordon. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Locke. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
I know people see Philip Lindsay's role in Denver is changing a bit with the arrival of Melvin Gordon, but I think Gordon's going to be more of an enhancement for Lindsay. Maybe he won't carry it as often, but now he'll be much more effective as a two-headed monster in the backfield. Both of them can run it inside, get to the perimeter, and catch the ball in the backfield and move the sticks.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Lock's throw caught by Sutton, and he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 43. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Lock going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
A 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Foxborough. To throw again. Lock. Got a man open. It's Sutton. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
A gain of 8 yards.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
In the offseason, Melvin Gordon made the move over from the Los Angeles Chargers to the Denver Broncos. He stayed in the AFC West, and now he has a mission to get back to being mentioned as one of the top backs in the league. With a young quarterback, Drew Lock, there, expect him to catch a ton of passes out of the backfield and use his ability in open space to make people miss.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Lindsay on the carry.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Another run by Lindsay. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Tackled back at the
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 3rd and long, it's Lock. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Pass interference, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
McManus now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a Denver touchdown.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
A.J. Boye on the cover.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Newton. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense.
Now loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Newton. And now he's going to use his legs. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Cam Newton on the keeper. He was brought down by Todd Davis.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And 5.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Newton. He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
King throwing complete here to Edelman. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
That's good.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there's a catch there by Julian Edelman, and I know the conversation is very big on how much will he miss Tom Brady. But Edelman's one of the top slot receivers in the league. and an uber competitor. He's going to miss his friend, but he wants to show the rest of the league that his skills transfer.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It's Christian Covington who notches the sack there. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton connects with Sanu right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots get a score closer. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Broncos are going to get the football. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. He's got his big tight end, Fant, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Back to throw. Lock. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos.
Touchdown.
Cortland Sutton. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. On first down, it's Newton. Throw caught here by Bird. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Newton on third down. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They'll run for it. This is White. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
Throw left side, complete to Bird. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Newton's Super Bowl nemesis, Von Miller, in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. A shotgun snap for Newton. That's complete right side to Asiasi. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Newton. Into the hands of Bird over the middle. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And they say it's never easy to come into Denver to win because of the altitude. They look pretty comfortable in the altitude.
They certainly did. I'm not quite sure how they got prepared. And it's always been a big debate about what to do. I lived out there at one point. I lived in Colorado Springs. And I remember saying to someone after my 2nd or 3rd day there, like, this altitude thing, this is no big deal. And day 4, it hit. And it hit hard. And it took me a while to get ready and get acclimated. So some teams, they like to come in early, try and get on a schedule and feel good with it. Other teams say, forget it. Let's not let